pinnacle of hockey excellence. At APX Hockey, we redefine what it means to compete, to develop, and to succeed both on and off the ice. Our world-class coaching staff with decades of professional experience are not just mentors, but architects of potential. Here, it's not just about becoming elite, it's about committing to something bigger than yourself. We are APX Hockey. Achieve greatness.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow. You do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
When life adds a new ache, stiffens your stride, cuts the fun short, slows your hustle, puts the pause on play, Summit Orthopedics Urgent Care is here to pick you up, to dust you off, to get you back to the things that matter most, and to get you back to living life at your Summit.
The pinnacle of hockey excellence. At APX Hockey, we redefine what it means to compete, to develop, and to succeed both on and off the ice. Our world-class coaching staff with decades of professional experience are not just mentors, but architects of potential. Here, it's not just about becoming elite, it's about committing to something bigger than yourself. We are APX Hockey. Achieve greatness.
Centennial. At goalie, number 35, At defense, number 8, Kyle Hicks. Her defensive partner, number 9, Reagan Clark. At wing, number 22, Alexis Nolan. At wing, number 7, Charlotte Renberg. And centering the line from Centennial Survey partner, number 21, Grace Mitty. And the rest of the Centennial Survey partner, keeping with the head coach, is Tanner Schultz. And now the starting lineup for Edina, starting with goalie number 31, Ruby Decker. At defense, number 9, Maya Malitsky. Her defensive partner, number 10, Taylor Caxton. At wing, number 14, Barrett Larson. At wing, number 12, Kate Norman.
All right, back at Schwann's Super Rink 5 final game of the evening, and this is the second, I should say, 15A semifinal. Edina White, not coincidentally in the white, taking on Centennial Spring Lake Park in the black. Dory Landmeyer in goal to our left for Centennial. Ruby Decker in goal to our right for Edina White. And we're underway. Jeff Pappas with you. Glad to have you along here. We'll have the championship games tomorrow here at Danglefest 2025. Edina brings the puck in offside. Going to face off at neutral ice. Centennial 2-0-1. Their tie was against Moundsview, 3-3, and then a 4-1 win over Hopkins and a 5-1 win over Buffalo in Pool C in the 15As. Edina 2-0-1. Their tie in the first game against Roseville Matamidi was a goalless draw, and a 4-0 win over Fargo, and then a 3-2 victory over Elk River. So Edina's only allowed 2 goals in 3 games and has 2 shutouts. And the play is in their zone. The centering pass is out to center ice, and here's Reagan Clark, number 9 for Centennial. Pass to the near side, and Alexis Nalepka shoots it in, number 22. Karam off the boards, and Decker will play it behind the net to safety for Maya Malinsky, the defender. Now behind on the near side, Taylor Capson, number 10 for Edina. Evades the forechecker, but has to go behind the net to do it, as Piper Lichter was snooping around looking for a loose puck, and now the puck deflected on the way out of the zone, and Stella Fee, the starting center, number 15, will come to the near side, and Fee to center, plays it ahead, turned back by Centennial's Frost at center ice, and now here's Paige Lewis, 15, laying it in. Paige Lewis goes down, and Malinsky comes out with a loose puck. Play in the left corner, Malinsky goes after it, 2 players collide off the play, and now the puck is cleared but not out, and here's Capson for Edina. Is Centennial with a good forecheck, keeping the puck in the zone here. Now it does come out to center, comes all the way back. There'd be no icing there as Elsa Erickson, they do call icing there, as it went right past the outstretched stick of Erickson, and they gave the icing. So the puck will come back into the Edina zone with 12:12 to go in the opening period. Face-off, it's controlled by Centennial, and Aubrey Foss, 20, playing it behind the goal. Off to the far side, Lichter trying to go to the point. Now a centering pass, Lichter there, and a save made, point blank by Decker. First grade A chance of the game goes to Centennial. Here's Presley Youngberg. Up the slot, Frost shoots, that's tipped but wide to the near side. And now lines up, going over the glass and out of play on the near side. 11 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the opening period. Edina White led in scoring by Elise Heidela with 4 points, all goals. Barrett Larson, 3 points, all assists. And Centennial led by Reagan Clark and Paige Lewis, each with 4 points. So teams haven't scored a lot, but they have played good defensive hockey, and now here is Heidela over the line for Edina, ridden off by Reagan Clark, who takes it behind the goal at full speed. Comes out the near side, and now a centering pass intercepted by Claire Shimabakuro for Centennial. Now out to center and played back in by Simonson for Edina. Takes a shot, it comes off the goaltender Landmeyer and is cleared to safety. The near side, a first decent chance for Edina. And now here's Harper Kuznia. It's the side of the net with a centering pass. Now loose and off to the far corner boards in the Centennial zone. And now here is Ellie Campbell at the point, playing it down the wall. And then Shimabakuro will take it behind the goal for Centennial. And now it'll be played up the near side. And now Centennial will break to center, but Clark unable to play it out. Picked up there by Simonson, closing in, shooting, and a save by Landmeyer. Off to the near board. Centennial picks it up, and they try to play it, and they do get the puck out to center ice. Lucenti unable to play it ahead, and now shot back into their zone to the left, and Clark will go after it for Centennial behind the goal. We played Just under 4 minutes of the first period as the puck comes down the near wing as Shelby Kelly shoots it in. And now Edina picks it up, and fanning on the long outlet pass on the near side is Malinsky, and she settles for icing the puck on the opposite side. And we'll get a face-off. 10:06 to go in the first. 3 minutes, 54 seconds gone, and no score. The winner of this game will go on to meet Wayzata in the finals tomorrow in the 15A. We'll have 3 final games for you here on the Hub tomorrow. And then after that, of course, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we've got 12 games at the Tradition. And that'll be fun. Here's Stella Fee closing, shooting, and it's trapped by Landmeyer, and we'll get a face-off. 5 of the top 7 boys AA teams in the state will be at that event. 7 of the 8 teams playing there will be ranked. And it will be a lot of fun. Lakeville North, the only team that's not ranked in that field, and they're not all that terrible either, to be frank. So we'll enjoy watching all of those games. Prior Lake, of course, the home team there. And now played ahead, and here comes Centennial down the wing. Kylie Hicks racing after it, and Hicks will get there first. Hicks looks to center and can't get it there. Now cleared to the hash mark on the near side. Crashing in is Nalepka. And now a shot by Grace Middies hits the traffic and comes down. Malinsky for Edina plays to the far side. Now stepped up at center ice. Middies tries to play it back, and now Renberg carries it in with a player on the right, Nalepka, and a shot goes off the defender Capson and wide. Now Renberg in the corner goes down along with Taylor Capson. Puck comes free, chance low, and a shot, and that goes wide of the net. Chance there for Middies. First line center for this team, and now here's Nalepka trying to play it down, and Shelby Kelly to Middies down low, and Edina will gain possession and carry up the middle with 8:45 to go. And now here comes Norman over the line. It's Kate Norman on the backhand, got by the defender, short angle shot, rebound, and a save made by Landmeyer in the Centennial goal. Couple of good chances from in tight, and Edina comes up dry on those, and it's a face-off with 8:32 to go in the first period to the right of the Centennial goal. Nielsen will face off for Edina and will do battle against Piper Lichter for Centennial, and winds up off to the near boards and played around behind the net by Centennial's Middies off to the far side, and they having a hard time getting out. Lenora Broston trying to hold for Edina. Now it's poked out to center, and it'll be Simonson chasing it down for Edina. Simonson swings past one forward, comes over the line, hits the line, and has help on the right, takes a shot, and Landmeyer with a blocker save. Puck to the right edge of the goal. They try to bring it in front. Nielsen can't shoot, and now here comes Centennial back. Down the far wing, Paige Lewis carries over the line. Paige Lewis lost it, then left a drop at the point. Erickson shoots, save made, and the puck comes up the slot. Broston has it for Edina. Stopped by Decker. Now here comes Charlotte Rowe down the near wing. Rowe throws it across. It's intercepted in the slot, but held in the zone by the charging Heidela. Closing in. Heidela swings around behind to the near side. Cuts to the slot, still in possession. Now feeds the right point for Capson. Across to the near side. Malinsky takes the shot. Save. Landmeyer. Rebound loose in front. Cleared off to the boards, and Edina really putting on some pressure now as the puck comes to the left point for Malinsky. It's poked away, and now it's played by Presley Youngberg over to the left side for Centennial, and they're able to get a change. Youngberg tries to play, keeps the puck, fires, and a save by Decker against the boards, or against the post rather, for Edina, and we'll get a face-off with 7:07 to go now in the first period. Things starting to pick up a bit. Edina with a good couple of minutes there, but the counter punch by Centennial really would get your attention. We'll get a draw to the right of the Edina goal. Puck to the point, and it's going to be held in there by Clark. And now the shot will float across to the near side from Kylie Hicks. And now to the right point, and a shot that's off the traffic. And right on the line, nope, it's not held by Hicks, and it comes out. So we'll get a face-off at neutral ice with 6:48 to go. And it'll be Shima Bakuro to face off for Centennial against Boston for Edina, and the puck played back into the Edina zone. Simonson across to the right, Campbell to the line and out. And now they start down the wing, and here's Kuznia over the line. Kuznia is ridden off the play, and now the puck out to center, and here comes Centennial back. Helen Lewis over the line and lost it at the line. Heidela backtracking for Edina, will take it all the way behind the net. 6:20 to go in a scoreless first period. Puck comes up the near wing, and Lang to center. That is deflected. Heidela carries on at center, and then Heidela loses to Helen Lewis, who plays it in and then heads for the bench as they get a change. And Edina will backtrack in their zone and pick it up. Long pass down the left is too far, and it's going to come back into the Spring Lake Park Centennial zone, and Frost clears to center ice. Pass to the right. Here's Nalepka over the line, and that's poke checked away by Lauren Lang, but now intercepting. Here's Nalepka again, going in and winds up in the corner. And players from both teams go in there, and they'll try to dig that out. And there's still nobody in possession as the puck rattles around there. Now played down behind the net. Renberg falls, and the puck comes to the goaltender. Decker gets the glove on it to get a stoppage. 5:33 left. Opening period, no score in the 15A semifinals. In the circle from the face-off, and now fed to the right point for Frost. Here's a shot that doesn't get through, and Edina picks it up. Norman, backhanded pass ahead, deflected on the way, and then comes back into the Centennial zone. Frost with it there. Left wing pass. Renberg turned away by Capson. Good position there. And now played on into the zone by Renberg. It'll come to the opposite corner as change made by Centennial off to the far boards, and it's Stella Fee with it. Maneuvering in front of the net, lost possession, and ooh, that was close as Fee comes back to the right corner and picks it up and starts the charge. Pass to center ice for Barrett Larson over the line, and Larson works against her opposite number, Elsa Erickson. And now Centennial controls. They're 2 against 4 as over the line they come, and trying to center it there was Middies without luck. And now picked up in the right corner. Here's Malinsky after it on the boards and plays out to center. Kelly turns it back for Centennial. Loose in the center circle. Middies tried to sweep it ahead. That was intercepted. And now here comes Lane, or check that. Roston over the line for Edina. Laying it into the near corner. And collision in front of the net. The puck comes through, and a shot by Malinsky goes off the traffic and wide. Clark plays it ahead for Centennial. Can't get it out. Centering pass comes through with just over 4 minutes to go in the first period. And they'll play for it along the wall. Clark now will take it behind the goal for Centennial and feed the left side. Now a pass up the middle is tipped, and Malinsky turns it back for Edina. Rowe over the line. Poke checked off the stick, and now picked up by Broston, and tries to thread one ahead. It winds up in the corner and cleared all the way down the ice as Capson couldn't hold it, and that will be an icing call against Centennial with 3:40 to go in the first period of play. No score. Kuznia facing off for Edina right in front of us, and the puck comes to the left point. Shot by Simonson, doesn't get much purchase, comes off to the near side boards. And now at the left point, Simonson again harassed there by Lucenti. The puck comes up the slot, and it's picked up and poked out to center. Now Lucenti for Centennial over the line, and it's offside as Helen Lewis in just a little bit early on the left, and we'll get a face-off out at neutral. 3:17 to go in the first. And Shima Bakuro will face off against Kuznia. Into the Edina zone, cleared right back out to center, and played across by Hicks. Now into the zone, chasing after it is Helen Lewis. Now loose in the right corner, Simonson for Edina. Plays it ahead, that's picked off. And now a diagonal pass across the slot, found the 3 forwards on the other side of the net. And now back in the corner, Simonson around on the near boards. And Edina will rink wide to center ice. Pass ahead for Heidela. Here's a race for it now as Frost tries to close. Heidela going in, shooting, and a great stop by Landmeyer. Shot the right pad out and stopped the breakaway by Elise Heidela. Now the puck loose in the left corner, and it's controlled by Lang. And then Lang draws some attention, and it's now 2-a-side in there. 2.5 minutes to go. And it's picked up and played towards the right point, picked out by Simonson, and then down the wall. And Centennial Shimabukuro behind the goal, coming out the near side, is headed off by Lang. Puck still loose, and now Edina controls. And in the slot, Heidela with it, working across, takes a shot and scores! Through a screen, Edina has the lead, 1-0. And I believe that will be Heidela's goal. It was tipped, but I don't believe, it may have been tipped. We'll wait and see. 11 minutes and 53 seconds, the time of the goal in the first period. And Edina has the advantage, 1-0. Heidela's 5th goal this tournament. And Edina crashing the net a little bit too hard, and some pushes and shoves in front of Jory Landmeyer. And it was Barrett Larson, I think, that came out the worst there. Went to the net and was shown a one-way ticket out. Now behind the goal, it's controlled by Fee for Edina. 1:47 to go in the first. Edina has a 1-0 lead, and it's cleared to neutral ice. And then finally dropped back to Malinsky. Pass to the right, intercepted, and then played on in by Renberg for Centennial as they come off to the near boards. And players from both teams into the right point. Kelly shoots, knocked down in front, and Edina comes back. Norman starting through center. Kate Norman over the line. Norman can't play it past the defender. Well, did, but now it winds up at the right edge of the goal crease, and that's where Landmeyer puts the glove on it, gets a stoppage. 1:14 left. And Landmeyer is at the bench. There's an equipment issue here. So we'll take a face-off in the Centennial zone. Now everything is in order. So Landmeyer back in goal, and we are ready to resume play. Kendall Nielsen on the face-off for Edina against Lichter, and it winds up to center. And now here's a chance for Centennial. Paige Lewis knocks it out of the air, breakaway, shoots, and the net's been dislodged as Paige Lewis came in on a breakaway, and Decker made the stop, and then the goal was knocked off its moorings, so we'll get a face-off in the Edina zone with exactly 1 minute to play in the first period. To the left point, Clark. And the puck now loose behind the goal, cleared around to the far side. Clark at the hash mark, trying to backhand it in front. Does. Here's a spin and shoot, and unable to put it on goal as Lichter. The puck cleared, and now here's a race for it. And in the Centennial zone, Capson tries to center it, and it's stopped by Landmeyer at the left edge. Picked up there by Rowe for Edina. Centering pass, and that shot by Nielsen goes wide. 28 seconds to go as it's poked away by Landmeyer, the goaltender, out towards the near point, and a shot sails wide from Malinsky. And now Campbell playing it to the corner. Now a pass intercepted. Here's Malinsky up the slot, shoots, a save and a rebound, and it's underneath the goaltender Landmeyer, who had to make two good stops there. First a giveaway right in front of the goal, and Malinsky came in from about 30 feet and had a very good scoring opportunity. Landmeyer stopped the shot and then smothered the rebound, and we'll get a face-off with 10 seconds to go in the first period. Face-off in the left of the Centennial zone. Now played back behind the net, and Frost clears off with the near boards with 5 seconds to go. And Edina won't be able to shoot from there, and that's the end of the first period. We'll take a break here from Schwann Super Rink number 5, 1-0 Edina after the first period. Back with more here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah,
Even that one?
even that one.
Wow, you do it all. Shoot.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
When life adds a new ache, stiffens your stride, cuts the fun short, slows your hustle, puts the pause on play, Summit Orthopedics Urgent Care is here to pick you up, to dust you off, to get you back to the things that matter most, and to get you back to living life at your Summit.
Period 2 here from Schwann Super Rink number 5. Edina leading Centennial 1-0 in the 15A semifinals. Jeff Papers with you. Goaltenders slap pads as they head to their respective goals. Ruby Decker now to the left for Edina and Jory Landmeyer to the right for Centennial. Teams attack towards their benches in the second period. Puck is down and the period is underway. And Heidela, who has the goal in this game, plays it into the Centennial zone. But Reagan Clark there for Centennial Spring Lake Park behind the goal, clearing to the far side. Nalepka trying to get it out of the zone, can't. And now it's played in front. Comes through to the near side, and Clark again. Will go behind the goal, and Centennial will try it again. Now it's swatted out to center and picked up by Capson and played back for Edina. Now Heidela takes a bump there from Renberg and then gets it back on a drop pass. And a pass stolen away and a chance. Here's a shot that goes wide of the goal from Nalepka for Centennial. Good chance there. And now the puck winds up along the boards on the near side. Now played behind the net to the far side, and here's Malinsky for Edina. Coming the near way now. Cuts to get around Renberg, and a long pass is going to come all the way down the ice, and it will go wide of the goal for an icing call on Edina with 1:03 gone in the second period. Heidela has the only goal of the game, 5th of this tournament, unassisted at 11:53 of the first period. And the winner of this game gets to play Wayzata tomorrow. Wayzata with a 3-0 win over Rogers in our first 15A semifinal earlier this evening. The face-off, and now in the near corner, Campbell plays it around for Edina, and it's Frost. The right point, playing it down the wall. Presley Youngberg chasing now to the near side, and Edina will get there first. Campbell has to play it up the wall, and Fee gets it to the point. Now it caroms in front of the net, and Simonson on the near side will pick it up for Edina. Rink wide pass, winds up hitting Lichter. And then plays it back in, and it winds up back behind the net. Campbell for Edina, partially fanned on a clearing pass. Now it'll go back behind, and Fee for Edina. Out the far side, Youngberg on her, and it goes back behind the net. And Edina having trouble moving from D to D here. Now the puck comes up to the left point, and it's held. And Elsa Eriksson shoots right on it. And we'll get a face-off. 1 minute, 58 seconds gone in the second period. A 1-0 game. 3 final games here tomorrow. Don't forget the tradition. Invitational high school tournament will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 12 games, and there's going to be some spectacular matchups. You'll be able to see it here on the Youth Hockey Hub, all 12 games. Now, here's a steal down low and a centering pass. Puck loose in front, and Shea plays it out to center ice. Kelly for Centennial banks it into the zone, and the puck lying loose. Now a centering pass, good one down low, and no shot as the puck really wouldn't sit down there for Lucenti. And now behind the goal, puck comes to the right side, and Edina's there to pick it up. They clear, but it's held by Clark. Reagan Clark into the zone on the backhand. Clark looking for some space and now winds up playing it to herself behind the net. Comes out the near side, runs into a teammate, and now on the near side, Helen Lewis plays it back down the wall. Clark a little frustrated there at the point. Now the puck picked up on the far side by Rowe, and it comes to the right side, and Lucenti plays it back down the wall. Now it's cleared, and Clark down to the glove at center, brings it back in, and it's just offside. And Reagan Clark, I don't think appreciated the call. It was very tight. Face-off will come outside the blue line. And an unsportsmanlike call against Reagan Clark, who's banging against the penalty box and is unhappy. Could get more here. He's not careful. Time of the penalty is 3 minutes and 1 second. So Edina gets a power play, leading 1-0. 10:50 to go in the second period, and at the right point, this is Capson with it. Now to the high slot. And played down by Malinsky. And the puck is cleared all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against Centennial. 10:29 to go in the second period, and Edina holds a 1-0 lead. Game is on the knife's edge, as they say. Or as they used to say. I just said it now, but probably not too many others will use. Edina working in the power play. It's picked up by Capson. Fan on a pass, and now it's picked up and played out to center. Some good work there by Nalepka. Now on the far side, getting in there to disrupt is Lichter, and it's Edina possession at their blue line. Pass ahead, and that's going to get all the way back into the zone. It's deflected, so there's no icing, and back for it for Centennial's Frost. Around on the near side, power play is half over, and now it comes to the near side and played down by Lauren Lang. Now in the left corner, bank up the boards, and right back down where Frost will pick it up. And now clears her on the near side, trying to reach Nalepka, and does. And Nalepka plays it ahead. It comes to the blue line, bouncing there. And it's finally played down the wall. Nice play by Simonson, gets to the circle. Now behind the net. And now tries to come out the near side and is picked up there by Frost. And out of the circle, here's a shot blocked. And it winds up in the circle, backhanded by Frost, but not out. Follow-up shot goes wide. 18 seconds in the penalty as the puck comes to the near side and coming off the wall. That's Heidela trying to center it. It's up the slot. Campbell over to the left point, and a shot that winds up deflecting. Simonson took the initial shot. The penalty has got 3 seconds to go. And now it's loose, and it comes right to the edge of the goal as they tried to clear it. And it wound up deflecting as Hicks cleared it, and well, tried to clear it, I should say, and wound up putting it right on her own goal. And Landmeyer was there. Penalty is over. Centennial at full strength with 8:56 to go in the second period of a 1-0 game. Now here comes Centennial out to center ice and down the near wing. Paige Lewis closing in. Lewis fires, hits the outside of the goal. And now picked up in the corner and going after it for Centennial is Lichter. And they come off the boards with it. Centennial does. Centering pass. Youngberg on the backhand. Can't shoot. Now comes to the near boards. And now a couple of Centennial players knocked down. One being Lichter and the other being Youngberg, who has the puck now. Dropping it back to Erickson. Tries to take a shot. Can't ram it through. And now down behind the net. Picking it up for Edina is Simonson, who falls, and now picked up by Barrett Larson, and they play it out to center, I should say. And now the 15s go after it. And Edina will carry over the line. And that is Barrett Larson trying to close in and then tried to pull it back past Youngberg and couldn't. Now loose at the left point and played to the far wall and finally cleared past Norman. And now here's a miniature race for it there as Paige Lewis tried to close her down and over the line. Norman for Edina comes to the near side. Norman closing and is spun around at the left edge. Tries to center it loose. Oh, they don't score. Puck came up and rolled along the goal line. I was ready to call it, and it stayed out of the net. Now here comes Centennial back. Lucenti over the line and can't get a shot through. Now Lucenti in the circle. Barrett Larson takes it off her, and now controlled by Lucenti behind the goal for Centennial. Banks it off the boards looking for Clark at the point. Can't get it out of the zone. Now picked up by Fee and played in. And that's going to be icing on Edina with 7:07 to play in the second period. Face off to the right of the Edina goal. And Ruby Decker. And here's a shot right, no, goes up behind the net off the stick of Helen Lewis. Now cleared to the right point, and Hicks unable to hold as the puck comes out to center ice. Now Hicks gets it back and shoots it right back in. 6:49 to go here in the second period. Here's Capson in the right corner for Edina. And two black shirts come in. Now a second white shirt comes in and wins the puck as Kendall Nielsen playing it up the slot, but Centennial's able to hold and clears back down deep. Here's Capson behind the net, backhanded pass off to the left side for Charlotte Rowe, and can't control it. Now puck on the blue line, and Centennial trying to find some space, but they will lose possession. And here's Malinsky back for Edina, and that's knocked away. And now here's a chance. It's a 2-on-1 with a trailer if they hurry, but they're changing lines. And over the line, here's a shot right on by Renberg, and a stop by Decker, and a faceoff coming. Still a good chance they might have had, if they had not been changing lines, had a 3-on-1 coming into the zone, but two players peeled off for the bench. Face off to the right of the Edina goal. And out to center, and here comes Heidela trying to break through. The entire team going in. Heidela takes a shot, and stop made by Landmeyer off to the far boards, and now cleared around behind the net. Heidela there, but is being leaned on by Elsa Erickson. Now Edina is able to play it down to the corner, winds up behind the net as Heidela cuts for the front of the net. Now a centering pass and a save made by the goaltender Landmeyer. 5.5 to go in the second period. Now in the left corner, it's Middies for Centennial. Pass will get out to center ice, and Centennial fans want an interference penalty against Nalepka back there, and I don't blame them as the puck comes out to center ice. It's picked up by Kuznia, and here comes Edina over the line. A poke check will knock the puck back to center ice, and here's Campbell. Campbell having trouble with Middies, who takes it away and shoots right on. A save by Decker. We'll get a face-off in the Edina zone. 4:54 to go in the second period. They were screaming behind the play for an interference penalty as Nalepka went after that loose puck at center ice and was knocked down. Now play in the near corner. And they battle for it there. 4:42 to go in the second, and now a centering pass comes loose in front, went off the heel of the stick of Paige Lewis. And Edina's back, and here's Fee. Having trouble there with Piper Lichter. Now the puck comes free, and Norman will carry rink wide and angle into the zone to the far side. Norman now plays it to the right edge. It came off the defender and winds up going into the glove of the goaltender as we get greetings exchanged at the right edge of the goal crease. 4:19 to go in the second period. Edina holding a 1-0 lead with a spot in the finals at stake. And from the faceoff, it's picked up by Malinsky. And now played the right corner of the zone and behind the net. Kelly for Centennial doing some hard work back there. And comes out with a puck. Centennial. Kelly at center. Over the line, goes down, and we get an offside. Face-off will come at neutral. 3:59 to play in the second period. Now from the face-off, it's picked up by Capson. Plays it over the line and cleared into the slot area. And Paige Lewis pass to center ice, and Youngberg can't control it. Controlled by Malinsky, and then Malinsky had it knocked away. Capson to the far side, and Edina has control. Rowe plays it ahead and then gets it right back off the stick of a defender. Rowe working to the right side, plays to the line, and Clark has it. Back out to center ice for Paige Lewis, and cannot turn it into the zone. Back out to center, and here is Clark again. Clark off to the far side, working against Rowe. Clark carries over the line. Clark going in, takes the shot right on, and a save made by Decker. And a face-off will come in the Edina zone with 3:14 now to go in the second period. And Reagan Clark had an effective game, but saw the red haze for a moment, was penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct earlier in the period. Now to the right point, here's Hicks, putting one through to the near side. Frost. Puck goes behind the Edina net, cleared around on the far side looking for Rowe, and gets past Hicks, and now here's a race for it. And here's Capson, check that. Broston coming over the line, 18 instead of 10 as Broston feeds the left point, now controlled by Simonson. Here's a shot, and that goes wide to the far side. Long carom picked up by Centennial. They carry to center, 3 wide. And it's played on into the zone by Helen Lewis. Now they work towards the front of the net. Shimabukuro cannot strip the puck from Campbell. And now it's loose along the wall, fed to the left point for Frost. A shot wide to the near side, carom. And Lucenti is after it. Now at the left edge, tried to bank it, and now it's loose in the crease area. And getting across was Decker, and that was impressive. As Centennial had Helen Lewis standing at the right edge of the crease waiting for any rebound, and none came. .220 left in the second. Now from the faceoff, it comes to Frost. And in check along the boards, now played in the corner as Helen Lewis tried to play it through. Now played behind the net, Shimabukuro looking to center and could not get it past Capson. Now it's loose along the boards on the far side, and Lang is played back behind the net. And Capson for Edina clears around to the near side. Elise Heidela has the only goal of this game late in the first period. Now the puck comes to center, and here comes Kuznia over the line for Edina. Kuznia centers it. Nice sweep check there by Hicks, freed it up. Now loose in front of the net again as Heidela had a swipe at it and missed. Now cleared, and behind the goal, Lang out to the near side, and Hicks. And Hicks plays it. It's going to go all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Centennial. 1 minute and 30 seconds to play in the second period. 1-0 for Edina. Heidela's 5th goal of this tournament at 11:53 of the first period, the only goal so far. Puck down, cleared to the far side, and behind the goal, now picked up by Centennial. And trying to stick handle out of the zone there was Kelly. And now Edina trying to hold along the hash mark. And it's picked up there by Malinsky. Drops it to the right point. And here's a shot. And the glove catch made by Landmeyer against Taylor Capson. And we'll get a face-off with 66 seconds to go in the second period. And from the face-off, it's picked up by Centennial. They play it out to center. Renberg played it to herself. Last minute of play, and here's Fee over the line for Edina, working to the left. Fee shoots, and it goes wide of the goal to the far side. Karam's off the back of the net, loose in the corner. And now picked up, and here is Renberg. It's 2-on-2. Renberg plays it in and got Campbell on the turn, and now trying to chase after it in the corner, and does, looking for help now. Goes behind the net, and it's Nalepka after it. And now winds up in the corner, and Simonson plays it ahead for Edina with 30 seconds to go in the period, and now controlled, played out by Fee, and then carried in offside by Kelly, and we'll get a face-off at neutral ice with 24 seconds left in the second period. Picked up by Centennial. Youngberg off to the right side, and now Youngberg over the line. 19 seconds to go in the period. Lost it to Simonson for Edina. Loose at the right point, now played down. Here's Centennial's Paige Lewis trying to swing in front. Lost it, and it's played behind the goal with 8 seconds to go, and Edina will carry up the middle, and that is Stella Fee over the line and takes a shot that goes wide of the goal as the second period comes to an end, and our score is the same as it was after one. Edina 1, Centennial nothing. Let's take a quick break. Third period next. This is Danglefest 2025 on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Pinnacle of hockey excellence. At APX Hockey, we redefine what it means to compete, to develop, and to succeed both on and off the ice. Our world-class coaching staff with decades of professional experience are not just mentors, but architects of potential. Here, it's not just about becoming elite, it's about committing to something bigger than yourself. We are APX Hockey. Achieve greatness.
Third period here from Schwann Super Rink, and it is a 1-0 game. Edina in the lead over Centennial Spring Lake Park. Jeff Pappas with her, and the puck comes into the zone from the face-off, and a shot taken immediately by Paige Lewis. A save made by Decker as the puck winds up in the near corner. He's playing for the right to meet Wyzetta in the finals, and here comes Edina up the near boards, and Nielsen goes down, and we have a penalty coming against Centennial, and it is going to go against Kylie Hicks for interference. Time of this penalty is 25 seconds of the third period. Edina gets its second power play. From the face-off, it's played to the left point, and Malinsky. Edina getting possession. Now it's controlled by Heidela, feeding it off to the right. Capson. And now at the right point, Heidela holds the zone. The dot, throws it in front, it's tipped, and now in the left corner, Reagan Clark ices the puck. And no icing called as they roll a tip. And now Centennial's Nalepka goes down off a hit from Nielsen. No penalty, and the Centennial fans are irate as the puck comes in over the line. Now a drop pass picked up. Here's Heidela trying to center it and can't get it through. And Centennial with 54 seconds to kill gets the puck to center ice. And here's Nalepka starting in and has forced back. And now falling is Lang. And for Edina, the puck picked up and carried out finally by Malinsky. Rink wide to the right side. And now up the middle. Malinsky tips it into the zone. Clark goes after it. Edina is changing or finishing a change. And now loose in the right corner. And played around to the far side, and here's Lichter after it for Centennial. Now Clark behind the goal, 24 seconds to kill. Now the puck fed to the circle, and they chip it ahead, can't get it out of the zone. And players from both teams in there. Now here's a shot by Lang, right on, seen late by Landmeyer. And the puck picked up in the near corner. Edina holds with 10 seconds of power play. And now here's a pass for Simonson on the wingboard, shoots and scores! And it's a power play goal for Edina's Natalie Simonson. And it's 2-0. Simonson's first goal of the tournament, and it comes at the 2-minute and 23-second mark. Now here comes Centennial back, and we'll get the announcement. Lang gets the only assist. Centering pass now comes off to the far side, and Barrett Larson will throw it back in front, and boy, Centennial got away with one there in front as the puck came out, and Stella Fee was toppled in front of the goal, and now here comes Lucenti and trying to go in, and the puck dribbled off the stick, and it's covered up by Decker. Face off in the Edina zone, 10:58 to go. And now Edina plays, and it's held by Clark in front of the goal. Chopped, and here's a shot on goal by Nalepka. Face off by the glove of Decker, and we'll get a face off in the Edina zone. Just under 11 minutes to go. Centennial controls. Way down by Hicks. Got to come off the wall. Nalepka going after it there. Out-muscled by Capson. Cleared around on the far side. And Edina will carry, but they will not get out of the zone. Now here's Renberg trying to center. Nothing doing there. Clark overskates, and the puck comes back into the zone. And after it is Hicks behind the net for Centennial. Tries to come up the near side boards, and then it's played around by Malinsky for Edina. And it comes out to center where Capson controls. Capson, 2 forecheckers on her. Now Capson forced all the way back behind the goal. And now here's Nalepka trying to fish it free. We come up on 10 minutes to play, and Edina gets control. Out to center, here is Rowe working to the right over the line. Rowe closing, and then forced wide by Clark, who goes behind the net with the puck and comes out the near side. Here's Clark down the wing, 3-on-2. Clark over the line, got past the defender, closing in. Clark shooting, a save made, rebound in front, whacking away at it. It's under the goaltender, and we'll get a face-off as we have middies and Kendall Nielsen exchanging pushes and shoves. And we're going to get offsetting penalties. Middies for Centennial. And Nielsen for Edina. 4 minutes, 22 seconds the time of the penalty. Offsetting. And the puck comes to the goaltender and we'll get a face-off. That started when the two players tied up in front of the goal. They had a hold of each other. Nielsen had a hold of the stick of Middies. Always wondered why players just don't drop the stick in that situation. And it comes all the way on, and it's on goal, so no icing there. There's Simonson. He's now cleared around to the near side. Now it comes to the near side, Simonson, and it's played around to the far. And Edina digging away there, puck still in the zone, and finally poked out to center ice, and Edina Simonson will backtrack for it. Simonson turning, and now cleared off the near boards to center ice, and Lang a little bit too far for her, and now cleared. Simonson again at center for Edina, waits for teammates to get on side, comes in, takes the shot, oh, and a save made by Landmeyer. The rebound pushed right past Heidela, who was crashing the crease at the right side. And now it's picked up by Simonson. Roughing the penalty. Both penalties for roughing loose in front of the goal. So offsetting penalties. First stoppage after 6:22. Those players will be allowed to come out. And now comes to the right point, held in there by Campbell, and it's played across to the near side, and now here comes Centennial back, past the center ice, and here comes Paige Lewis over the line. Lewis tries to cut through and lost her edge and fell, heads back to the bench on a change, and with just under 8 minutes to go, the puck played out to center, and Centennial is in control. Over to the near side, here's Kylie Hicks at the red line, and then shoots it in, and it hops the stick of the defender, Simonson. Back behind the net, now it comes loose, and now Centennial trying to find space. They get the puck to Hicks at the right point. Hicks throws it towards the net, deflected on a stick save. Rebound, Shimabukuro behind the goal. And now loose at the right edge, and now Edina will claim it behind the goal through Kate Norman. And now trying to battle through behind the net. Now they'll play it up the near side, and Edina pass up the middle. They will bring it to center ice. This is Barrett Larson playing to the right side for Fee over the line. Fee working against Frost, just over 7 minutes to play now. Centering pass broken up at the left edge, and now Centennial will pick it up and carry out to center ice. Pass, Lucenti couldn't take it cleanly. And now here's Hicks for Centennial over the line. Gets past a swipe there from Malinsky. Goes in deep, centers it. It comes through to the left point. It's going to be held at the hash, and then Edina will control as Fee, working rink wide, plays out to center ice. Clark turns it back. And now here's Barrett Larson shooting it in for Edina, and that's picked up. Now controlled by Hicks. Pass to the middle. And over the line comes Lichter for Centennial. Lichter leaves a drop pass. Here's a shot off the glove of the goaltender, Decker from Nalepka. And now loose along the boards. Nalepka trying to take it behind the net, and does. Nalepka centers it, and unable to get a stick on it was Lichter. Now in the high slot, Lichter battling there against Rowe as the puck comes out, and Rowe is spun off. Now here comes Centennial back, trying to free up the puck. There was Renberg, and now carrying on is Rowe over the line for Edina. Takes a shot, deflected over the top. And now in the near corner, Centennial picks it up with less than 6 minutes to play. Rink wide pass to center, and it comes to neutral ice, and Capson for Edina. Forechecked heavily there by Shimabukuro, and the puck goes behind the net. Now Malinsky plays it up the near side, held by Kelly, but only briefly. Now Clark plays it back in, and Kelly trying to throw it towards the net, and they're finishing a change. Centennial is puck behind the goal with 5.5 minutes to go, and it's Capson playing it. Now it comes loose in front, a chance, and it comes right onto the goaltender. as Youngberg in a little bit too deep to pull the puck back to the forehand. And it wound up going on to the goaltender. And Decker has been perfect so far and stays that way with 5:24 left. Controlled by Kelly, but not for long. And out to center. Kelly blocks an outlet pass. And here's Middies over the line for Centennial. Grace Middies going wide as a player breaking for the net. Comes around to the near side and then lost possession. Simonson now loose. Controlled by Paige Lewis and having trouble there with Kuznia in the far corner. Now gets some help from Simonson behind the net, and Simonson goes down. And now cleared with less than 5 minutes to go. And behind the net for Centennial, Paige Lewis trying to play it in front. Now gets it, and a penalty is coming. A cross-checking penalty is called. And it's going to go against Centennial. And Presley Youngberg. Time of the penalties, 9:16. And Edina about to go on its third power play. And a shot in front by Lang, save made, rebound steered wide of the net. And now to the left point, here's a centering pass from Malinsky, played down to the glove by Heidela. And now here comes Edina again as Heidela spins to the far boards. A minute and a half in the power play, 4:14 in the game, and Edina holding a 2-0 lead. And now played back to the right corner, and behind the net, Lang centers it. Here's Malinsky and fanned on it. And Malinsky having trouble there with Helen Lewis. And the puck cleared to the left point, held in there by Kuznia. Down the wall and behind the net, Kylie Hicks reverses up the near boards. And Malinsky will play it right back down. And Edina content here, but Heidela will pick it up and work to the slot. Now feeds the right side, 55 in the power play. Malinsky shoots, that's blocked. And now it comes up the slot. Centennial trying to get it to sit down, and the puck finally comes on to Landmeyer, who makes the save with 3:31 left. From the faceoff, it's picked up by Simonson, and a pass is poked out to center ice, intended for Fee. 36 in the power play, and now a pass too far for Simonson on the near side, turned back by Lichter. Now Simonson at the red line, swings to the left and comes over the line. Simonson, 25 in the power play, centering pass, and it's loose at the left edge, picks it back up, and now drops it. Here's Norman. The left point, Norman closes, takes a shot, and that was blocked. The rebound comes out to center, and Simonson will pick it up with 10 seconds to kill in the penalty on Youngberg. Now it comes into the zone and on to Landmeyer and plays it off for Erickson. And that's it for the penalty as Centennial comes back to full strength. Simonson comes over the line with a puck, leaves a drop pass for Larson, and that poked out by Youngberg, fresh out of the penalty box, and now Youngberg starts up and can't get past the blue line. And it's picked up by Frost and shot all the way down the ice. So 2:26 to go. We get an icing call, and a face-off coming back in the Centennial Spring Lake Park zone. Behind the goal, Clark off to the far side for Helen Lewis, and at center ice here comes Centennial over the line. Lewis had it poke checked away and then plays it down deep. Chases after it along with Malinsky for Edina. 2:08 to go, and here is Helen Lewis And the puck is trapped against the boards. It comes free. Shima Bakuro now will pick it up and feed the left point. Clark puts it in front. And it's picked up by Broston for Edina. Plays out to center, and here's Rowe. Race for it on the right. Shelby Kelly will get there first and clear. And now it's picked up there by Malinsky, who shoots it in, and it's going to be icing as the goaltender is off for Centennial with 1:45 to go. Now picked up by Edina. They shoot at the length of the ice, and that'll be icing. So with 1:39 to go, we'll go back for a face-off to the left of Ruby Decker. Now from the face-off, it's played down by Capson in the corner. And Capson tries to get to center ice, cleared ahead on the right, and a sweep check. But it's not going to be enough as the puck is picked up by Elise Heidela, and she hits the empty net. Second goal of the game. It is an empty netter, and Edina is going to win this game. 1:27 to play. 12:33, the time of the goal. Empty net, unassisted goal for Heidela. And it's 3-0 Edina. And Centennial, who played a pretty good hockey game here, has absolutely nothing to show for it, and that's unfortunate. But Edina also playing well and deserve what they get as the puck comes behind the net, and it's Reagan Clark after it there, plays it, and it's stolen away. Shot by Malinsky, blocked, and the puck is cleared down the ice with 1:08 to go, and it is going to be an icing call against Centennial. One minute, 4 seconds to go. And the face-off coming to the right of Jory Landmeyer. As we hit the last minute, now picked up by Centennial's Frost, played around to the far side and cleared out to center, played back in offside. Face-off outside the blue line. And now played down by Fee. And the rebound off the end boards is picked up there by Centennial's Elsa Erickson. Now they try to clear, and it comes in front, and a good stop by Landmeyer against Barrett Larson. Came across and got the pad out and blocked the shot. Landmeyer's played quite well. And of course, one empty net goal, one power play goal. Hard to fault for either of those. And with 35 seconds to go, the faceoff coming to the right, and now in the right corner. Centennial picks it up, and it's played past Simonson and out to center ice. And Simonson on the run for Edina will play out, and Edina 20 seconds to go, getting ready to meet Wayzata tomorrow for the 15A championship at Danglefest. And now carrying on for Centennial is Kelly over the line. Kelly takes the shot, stick save by Decker, and a faceoff with 7 seconds to go coming up in the Edina zone. Face-off controlled by Centennial. Erickson makes the shot, and that goes over the top with 2 seconds to go, and that's it. Edina has claimed the other spot in the 15A finals as they beat Centennial Spring Lake Park 3-0 here in the semifinals. They will take on Wayzata, which defeated Rogers by the same score in the other semifinal, 3-0. So that's our 15s here today. The 15B final will be Hastings, 5-4 shootout winner over Eden Prairie, taking on Egan, which defeated Centennial by 3-1. And that'll do it for us. We'll see you tomorrow here from Schwann's Super Rink for Championship Wednesday here at Danglefest 2025. Jeff Papas saying thanks for watching. See you tomorrow here on the